back to front, I was going to chat a little bit about the legend, the history, the brand that is Dalmore, but I think because we've had these glasses sitting in front of us for a few minutes now, how about we just crash on with the first whisky. So what you've got in front of you is a product called the Dalmore King Alexander III, and this is a whisky that has been matured in 6 different styles of barrels, and I'll give a prize to anyone that can tell me which those 6 casks are. It's a range of different ages, and it was actually bottled in commemoration for one of the kind of legends that sits at the heart and the heritage of Dalmore. Back in 1263, an ancestor of the Mackenzies, who owned the distillery at Dalmore for many, many years, saved King Alexander III of Scotland from being charged by a stag, and that's why the stag appears on all the Dalmore packaging. The grateful king bequeathed to the clan Mackenzie the stag emblem as the kind of clan emblem, and the clan motto, Tu Nari, which means save the king. So I'd invite you to have a little sample of this whisky, done in commemoration, as I mentioned, for King Alexander III. If you want to put water in it, that's fine. If my boss was here, Richard Patterson, who some of you might have met in your travels around the world of Scotch whisky, he'd be throwing ice at you and punching in the face and trying to get out the window. But however you want to enjoy the whisky is great with me. We've got 3 whiskies that we're going to look at this evening. First one is our King Alexander. Second one that we'll have with the main course is a 1974 vintage Dalmore, and then we're going to finish with a 40-year-old Dalmore. And the last whisky, the 40-year-old, we're going to introduce a kind of bit of chocolate as we're enjoying that whisky. So this one, have a taste and then shout out what flavours you can pick out, and we'll have a little bit of debate as we're going through. I'm going to incur some wrath by putting a little bit of water in mine. So.
David, we reckon you're actually from Cadiz, but all the Scottish accents are complete. You look swarthy, it could be Mediterranean.
Good on you. I'm still over there. Good on you.
That'll be Western Curtains around.
Oh, jeepers. I made a schoolboy error there of putting sparkling water in my whisky, so I've had to pick up the over my dead body. So let's pick the juice. Flavour-wise, how do we pick out this?
Maybe I can get to the place that
Honey, hot chocolate, honey you said?
Oloroso? Yep.
Oloroso? So kind of sherry
Oloroso for sure.
character there, sure, great.
Because I said this with the part of it.
So 6 different styles of cask. I mean, most of you are probably familiar with the industry for using bourbon barrels from the States. It tends to give you a very kind of high vanillin content in the wood, and then that vanillin transfers to a kind of vanilla, coconut, toasty, sweet, slightly honey character in the whisky. So there are actually some bourbon barrels that we've used in this whisky. Typically Beam. We were in bed with Beam up until fairly recently in the States, until we bought the rights to the Dalmore brand back from them. So they were our main bourbon casks. So you talked about sherry casks.
Dry fruits.
The dry fruits,
Okay,
and that thing is that coming from the Oloroso, I guess.
Okay, so there are actually some Methuselah sherry casks in this, and some dry Oloroso sherry casks. So some people pick out a dry fruit character. Sometimes you also get a degree of spiciness in sherry casks. There are 2 different styles of sherry casks you can use. American white oak sherry gives you similar characters to bourbon, so the vanilla, the toffee, the honey, the coconut. But Spanish oak has very high tannin levels in the oak, and that tends to give you orange. Some people might pick up orange, spiciness, and some dried fruit. So maybe we're talking about the same sort of thing. So there's 4 different styles of cask we haven't picked out yet. Rum? No, but what sort of flavour? What sort of flavour?
I'm on the naughty step.
What flavour you get that might signify rum? Because it might signify something else.
Brown, sugary, treacly, a little molasses.
Yeah, that's
So sweetness of what, sorry?
tobacco.
Ah, that's interesting. My God, I'm stumped now.
Fine tobacco.
That's the speech gone right out the window.
Tobacco cask, Golden Virginia.
That guy's coming home.
Well, the other main casks are probably casks that have had some red liquid in them, if that gives anyone a hint.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
There is port and there is Cab Sauv casks in there as well. So there's wine barriques from France, the previously held Cabernet Sauvignon, and there are some port pipes.
The wine casks.
That's a good question, and we don't actually know. And the only way that you can find out is sampling the actual staves and then doing this tannin test to find out if it's Limousin, which is Spanish oak, versus American oak, which is high in vanilla. So there might be a little bit of red fruits there. No one's really saying that they're picking it out. And there's two other types of casks.
Do you move between the casks, or do you mature absolutely in one cask and then blend at the end?
Good question. We tend to mature mainly in bourbon and Oloroso casks for most of the whiskey's life, and then we do what we call a finesse or a finish or a kind of an enhancement in terms of flavour by taking it out of the original casks and then putting it into other ones. So the other two casks we've used are Marsala and Madeira casks. So we've fused those 6 different styles of flavour together to give us this kind of commemorative